Have you ever wanted to make an RPG mod pack where your computer looks like this, and you have such a shitty graphics card that you can barely even run Minecraft? Well, don't worry, because I am about to show you how to make the best RPG mod pack to make it feel like Dark Souls with only 25 mods. So and make sure to stick to the end of the video because these mods get insane, guys. Alright, now let's get on with the mod pack. When creating the mod pack, I focused on 3 main topics to divide the mod pack into: world generation, gameplay, and enemies. What each of these categories meant was world generation would focus on structures and biomes. Gameplay would be animations, resource packs, weapons, bows, food, you name it, it's there. And then enemies would consist of the new bosses, the new enemies, dragons, cyclopses, Twilight Forest enemies, you name it, it's there. When developing when working on the world generation side of things, there were a few mods that stood out to me that really encompass what world generation should be like. And those mods were Blue Skies, the Twilight Forest, Dungeon Overhaul, and When Dungeons Arise. With these mods together, I was able to create something that truly felt Dungeons and Dragons Dark Souls like. With there being so many new dungeons to explore, with there being over 20 dungeons and multiple new dimensions that make it feel otherworldly in a sense. It really just made it feel like a true Dark Souls Dungeons and Dragons experience. So when I was developing the combat gameplay side of things, there's a few mods that really stuck out to me and really encompass the combat magical feeling that really made it feel like a RPG game. And these mods were Ars Novu. There was also Spark Weaponry, which you surely have heard of. There was also Ice and Fire was another good one. There's also many other like Mousy's Mobs, which not only adds enemies, but also adds some unique weapons. There's also Epic Fight Mod, which adds a bunch of cool animations and an entire attack phase for this mod pack. There's also YDM's Weapon Master, which displays weapons on your character that are in your hotbar. Again, for a true RPG Dark Souls-like feeling for a game, that means you really need to get into the nitty-gritty, again, with the enemies. What makes a Dark Souls game a Dark Souls game? Well, a Dark Souls game is a Dark Souls game because of the hard bosses, the hard sub-bosses you're gonna have to fight all to get to the big bosses, right? So that's why I had chosen for this pack, for the enemies portion of it, I had chosen Alex's Mobs, Ice and Fire, L_Enders, and the Twilight Forest as well. If you are enjoying the videos, which is I am right now, and you really want to see more of this mod pack, make sure to subscribe and leave a like on the videos. Only a small percentage of my viewers are actually subscribed, and it helps me out a ton in making more content like this. And thanks, and enjoy the rest of the video. Blue Skies adds 2 new dimensions to the game. It adds a always day but very cold dimension, and a always dawn but a very warm dimension. Why this mod is so great? Because it adds new blocks, new enemies, new sub-bosses, an entire dungeon system for structures in the entire both dimensions. It is amazing. Enemies amazing. The biomes are absolutely stunning. Again, another great mod for adding new dimensions to Minecraft. Ice and Fire is a great mod, been around since the 1.12.2 golden ages of modding. It adds a bunch of new dragons. It adds 3 new dragons, each with dozens of color variants. There are a bunch of other mythical creatures. You have hippogriffs, you have cyclopses, you have weird fish horse looking things. You got sea serpents, you name it, it's probably there. A bunch of really cool armor sets and overpowered tools. If you have the dragon steel stuff, again, amazing, bliss. The next big mod is none other than pufferfish skills. Now, why this is so important in an RPG mod pack is because it allows the user, how do you put it? It really feels like it because you can focus on certain things that you want to max out on. It's an entire skill hexagon for both mining and combat. You can increase how many hearts you have, you can increase your attack speed, your mining speed, how much damage you do, whenever you shoot a bow, resistance, luck, that kind of thing. Really, again, another great mod that really needs some more highlight for how unknown it is. This next mod is a one mod, and then there's two add-ons for it. This is Spartan Weaponry with the add-on of Ice and Fire and Twilight Forest. Why there's the add-on for these two is because there's also some amazing resources in both of these mods that make Spartan Weaponry more better and overpowered. The Spartan Weaponry itself adds over 20 new weapons, ranging from single-hand swords to double-hand swords to halberds, spears, knives, battle axes, maces, hammers, you name it, it's there as a medieval weapon. Again, amazing. And there's also bows too, and crossbows, and simply amazing. The Twilight Forest. Every time I hear it, I think I get nostalgia from best times of the Minecraft modding community. As a bunch of structures, including multiple dungeons, multiple bosses, and these bosses are very hard too. There's a progression system on this, where you have to kill one boss, and you go into the next one, and the next one, and each one gets progressively harder. And fail to follow this order will lead to death. Why do you Weapon Master takes tools from your hotbar and basically applies it in that area? It's like I could have a sword in my first thing and a spear in my second, a pickaxe in my third, and punching gloves in my fourth. And depending on that slot, it's going to go to a specific part of my back, body, side of the legs, etc. L. Ender's Cataclysm. This is, let me just say, it's basically Dark Souls. What this does is it adds 4 new bosses to the game. It adds Ignis, Ender Golem, which is more of a sub-boss really, Ender Guardian, a Netherite Monstrosity. Now what these do is you have to go to either the Nether for the Nether Monstrosity Ignis, and then you have to go to the end for the other two. And basically you go to these areas and you have to find the structure. And then you go to the structure. It's a massive place. Completely crazy. You need to fight it. And let me tell you, these boss fights are absolutely insane. The music that comes with each boss is insane. The fighting itself, their moves, it literally is just Dark Souls. It's insane.